What's good, geeks? I'm Jake. I'm Gen X.
I'm Anna. I'm Gen Z.
And we are Generational Geeks. So today we are doing another movie review. We are reviewing New Mutants. Came out earlier this year.
It was directed by Josh Boone, who is an American filmmaker best known for directing the romantic drama The Fault in Our Stars and the romantic comedy Stuck in Love. So this is definitely a big change because this was marketed as like a superhero horror type thing.
I hadn't seen any of the other movies this guy had directed either. So.
I haven't seen either of them.
Yeah.
It is starring Maisie Williams, which we all know from Game of Thrones. She played Arya Stark. And Anya Taylor-Joy, Anya something, who was in Split and Glass. And also Charlie Heaton. Is that Heaton?
Yeah, I think so.
Who was in Stranger Things.
This film was originally going to be released in April of 2018. I know it had been in the works since like 2014, 2015. It faced a lot of delays. They were supposed to do some reshoots. That's why they delayed it from 2018. But due to the Rona, they never did the additional reshoots. And they just released it as is. August of this year. I know originally this year it was supposed to come out like in April.
I'm starting to see a pattern where like if a film is supposed to be getting like some reshoots done, it ends up bad. So
sometimes it depends on how many delays.
Yeah, the delays and the reshoots. You kind of expect more from a film.
You would think.
Yeah.
They added additional time in the development of the film. It should kind of translate to a better film, but that's not necessarily the case.
Obviously.
Yeah. So,
spoiler-free review.
Yeah, like I said, this was released in August of this year. It's on streaming. So it's available through like Amazon rental streaming, and this was received with mixed reviews.
Very mixed. This, like I said, is a spoiler-free review, so if you haven't seen the film, you don't need to worry about scrambling and trying to go see it. We aren't going to go into spoilers, and if we do mention something that's not in the trailer, it's going to be something that isn't really spoiler territory. It's just going to be something that's like quick and not really detrimental on the plot's film. So this...
The plot's film?
The film's plot. Oh my gosh. I turned into you. So... This movie is rated PG-13 for violent content, disturbing / bloody images, strong language, and some suggestive material. After a near-death experience during a strange tornado? Tornado? It's a tornado with turtles. Tornado. Daniel, not Danielle, Daniel Moonstar awakens in an abandoned research facility. Well, I mean abandoned because there's other people there.
Yeah.
That is run by the mysterious Dr. Cecilia Reyes. Reyes introduces her to 4 other very strange and uncommon teenagers.
So, like Anna said before, this was billed as like a superhero horror type movie, which I don't think we've really had anything else.
Brightburn.
Yeah, I guess so.
But that's really the only other one I can think of. And that wasn't even, like, in a set universe.
Right.
Because the director of that claimed to not know who Superman was.
So this was based off of Marvel Comics' New Mutants comic book series, which I never read. This is the 13th and final installment of the Fox's X-Men universe movies.
Thank goodness.
And, the last 2, this one and then Dark Phoenix, which was out last year. This was definitely better than Dark Phoenix, but
Not by much.
I really wish they would have went out a little better, because I really enjoyed the early X-Men. And then even kind of like, I liked the Days of Future Past. That was good. First Class was good. But yeah, these last few I'm glad it's over. I'm not necessarily happy that Disney's taking over. It'll be interesting to see.
Star Wars is anything to look at.
It'll be interesting to see how the MCU will mix with the X-Men universe. So I guess now it's all going to be in the same universe again. It's all Marvel. So we'll see how the X-Men are introduced into the MCU. Hopefully they do it well.
I hope.
So what stood out as positive for me in this, the special effects were decent. They definitely weren't great.
Better than some films. I mean,
yeah.
Better than Cats.
So
but if you hold every film you see to a Cats standard, you're going to love everything.
This definitely had lots of potential. I don't feel like it really lived up to that potential. But the last act did have
action.
Some good action and decent CGI.
Yeah, I liked the CGI. The CGI was definitely a strong, I guess, turn in how I would rate this film.
Oh, you're rating it higher because of...
Yes.
Okay.
Like you said, had lots of potential, but, not executed very well. I liked that Magik was in it. Illyana. For those of you who aren't really into reading the X-Men comics, Illyana is the little sister of Colossus. Big dude. Metal, not tinfoil. I made that mistake. Said he turned into tinfoil. He doesn't. He turns into metal. She, in the comics, is pretty good friends with Kitty Pryde. So, a good character. And her portrayal in this film definitely stood out to me as one of the better acted characters. So, good job on Anya's part. Anya, whatever.
Anya.
However, Maisie Williams was also decently acted. I don't think it was as good as Magik's character, but...
Yeah. I'd buy that. So, things that stood out as negative to me, I felt that this film was really predictable, and I don't know if that was really intentional. There was really no serious suspense, and to me there was no real horror aspect to this. As an audience, we learned what the main character's ability is before she did, and it was just really predictable to me. And I feel like it was poorly written, and the parts were poorly acted.
Before I get into the negatives, I do want to say, for comic book fans, there's one special appearance in this that you will enjoy. I'm not going to say anything because it would get into spoilers. But if you see the film and you notice a very minor certain character, it's going to be nice. Little callback. But negatives for me are pretty much the same as yours. It was poorly written, very predictable. It's one of those things where, the character's main turning point in their life is super obvious to you while you're in the audience, but for some reason that character just can't figure it out.
And nobody else can either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though they're right in the middle of it.
Had so much potential, but it was all wasted. And I don't think there was enough horror. It was really...
Not to be billed as a horror.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was really heavily marketed as a superhero horror movie. But it's the last 10-15 minutes of it were the only real suspense or horror aspects of the entire film, and I don't think that's enough to be marketed as an entire horror type thing.
Yeah. So I give it, my final rating is 4.5.
Ouch! Mine is 5.5, just because I'm a sucker for the CGI, and the way that they did Rain's CGI, I really liked.
Yeah.
So.
I had previously said I was going to give it a 5, but after talking about it, I decided on the 4.5.
And I liked how they did Magic's CGI. That was really cool.
So with that, I definitely won't be buying this. No, and I probably won't
not
ever
going
watch
out
it
of your
again.
way to see it again.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
If it's like on in the background and I have nothing better to do with my life, then I'll probably kind of
Watch the good parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Good
parts.
parts.
So with that, I'm Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Share us with your friends and your grandma, because we're a family-friendly channel. So, share us with everyone you know.
We are Generational Geeks. And we'll catch you later.